Hello again, everybody. Scott Casper for Takedown Wrestling. This interview brought to you in part by Clinch Gear, clinchgear.com. Also by the Des Moines Convention and Visitors Bureau, the home of the 2013 NCAA Wrestling Championships. Why does that have significance for this interview? And I'll tell you why. Because the young man we're going to talk to next will make his first appearance at Iowa State sometime in the calendar year of 2013. We believe. He joins us now. Does Jesse Doyle. Jesse, how are you?
I'm doing good, Scott. How are you?
Good, man. Is it true? Have you made your confirmation? In other words, have you confirmed where you're going to go to college?
Yes, I'm going to be at Iowa State Cyclone with Coach Kevin Jackson.
Oh, it's on.
It's on, yes, sir.
Good. All right. Talk to me about the decision. It's hard. You've had a lot of schools to pick from. You're a big, strong kid, projected out at about $184 to 197. I can honestly see you at 97. I can even see you at light heavy. You got the legs, the hips, the strength, the shoulders. Man, you got it in spades. Talk to us about that decision to go to Iowa State.
Well, it was a kind of a tough decision, but not really. Once I got on campus, got that relationship with Coach Jackson, and got to see the guys I'll be working with John Reeder, the Paulson brothers, David Briscoe, and it was pretty much a no-brainer. But I still looked around just to see if anything else could compare with it. But Iowa State's where I want to be at, that's for sure.
They've talked to, and I've talked to a lot of different coaches about you, and they all say, similar things. You've got great strength, incredible balance, quickness, incredible hips. You stay in good position and control the pace of matches. These are all things that coaches look for because then they don't have to, spend 90% of their time teaching it. They can perfect it. Do you agree with that?
Yes, totally. I have to give a lot of that credit to my club coach down here in North Carolina, Carlos Torres. He's pretty much brought me up since I was in 8th grade and just always pounding in the basics of good position and controlling the pace of matches and just giving me a really good foundation to be any kind of wrestler I want to be.
Talk about your appreciation for Greco. I know that you love to throw guys, and I'm looking at a picture of you doing it right now, but talk to me about that appreciation for Greco.
Well, I definitely appreciate Greco a lot. It's just another set of rules for wrestling. I believe that if you're going to be good at something, you got to change the rules up and test yourself. So any way that freestyle, Greco, folk style, I like it all. I just love to wrestle.
Oh, my God. Where have you been? I love it. This young man is Jesse Doyle out of Wheatmore, projected out at 184 to 197. He's just given his verbal to Iowa State. He is from North Carolina, the great state of North Carolina, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of good wrestling and wrestlers coming out of the great state of North Carolina. You had placings at Fargo, All-American placings at Fargo, FILA Cadet and FILA Junior Nationals, funded athlete status. You've gone to the U.S. Training Center in Colorado Springs or can go. Which is it? I'm not clear on that, whether you can or have gone.
I've actually been twice already.
Okay.
I went this past January and the summer before Fargo. Great opportunity there, going to train with Brandon Slay and Zeke Jones, Bobby Douglas, just anybody you can think of up there. So I really appreciate that opportunity for sure.
You've competed at the Super 32 Challenge. Talk to us about that. It's not always been, a top first-place finish for you, but it's been a great experience.
Yeah, Super 32, I trained hard for it, and I was ready. Unfortunately, I got cut in the consolation semis and had the injury default out, but I'm coming back hungry this year.
When you say you got cut, you physically got cut, didn't you?
Yeah, I shot a sweep and split the top of my head open a little bit. Got a couple of stitches, but
just a little bit, yeah. You were also awarded the most outstanding wrestler at the Class 2A state tournament, where you won your first high school state championship. What was that like? It just felt good to finally get that accomplishment under my belt. Coach Torres, like I spoke about earlier, he's always telling us that a state championship's not what we're working for. It's just a stepping stone to making the world, the Olympic teams, and things like that. So it was good to reach that stepping stone finally. You've never been one to shy away from competition. In other words, you're ready to take on all comers. That's a hallmark of a good wrestler. It's never just staying within your weight class, expanding up or down, working on quickness with the lighter weights or working on strength with the upper weights. That's been one of the hallmarks that's making you and has made you a good wrestler.
Yeah, definitely. I just think if you're a good wrestler, then I definitely want to roll with you and see how I can improve my game. And I'm not worried about records or anything like that. I just want to be the best I can be.
You carry a weighted GPA of 3.9. How's that working for you? How's that working on the ACT, SATs? How's the scores going?
Good. Just trying to keep my schoolwork up, so just in case something does happen with wrestling, a career-ending injury or something like that, God forbid. But I definitely always have my education to fall back on. Something was to happen like that.
Are there interests for you within your educational structure? In other words, do you have an idea of what you would like to do with your career and in a professional sense?
Yes. Right now, I went at Iowa State. I checked out the School of Kinesiology, and so I'd like to do something in the health field about teaching people how to be a better athlete and how to take care of their bodies and things like that.
Well, dude, I tell you what, that's a job and a half. You're teaching people how to take care of their bodies and maintain as we go through life. We're talking to a young man named Jesse Doyle. Jesse recently committed, gave a verbal to Iowa State. He was in attendance on the special weekend that is Iowa State. That whole experience of almost 56,000 plus fans that were in attendance got a treat when they saw Iowa State defeat Iowa, something that doesn't happen that often. But that was an exciting experience for you, wasn't it?
Yes, definitely. The guys I would get to be with on the wrestling team, and I just got to see how much passion was behind that rivalry. So, and that's just football, and I know wrestling's going to be way bigger than that. So I'm excited to be a part of that for sure.
I've been fortunate enough to announce some of those Iowa State dual meets, and I'll tell you what, it gets loud, my friend. 12 to 13,000 people in attendance at times, as many as 14,500. I think the record in Iowa City when Iowa State came calling one year. But those are the things that wrestling, the legends that wrestling is made of. Jesse Doyle, he'll go to Iowa State. They project him out at 184, 197. Time to say thanks to those that have got you to this point. Jesse, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Do it, man.
Well, first off, I got to say thanks to my parents for taking me to all the extra practices and things. But and my coach Torres down here at home stuck with me through thick and thin, through injuries and everything else. And just a lot of people at my high school. They're definitely my main support group here at home, besides my family and my coaches. Wrestling not being that big, but they stick behind me every time I go to a national tournament. They're always hyping me up and getting me ready to compete.
All right, the question I think some of the guys up at Iowa State were wondering is whether or not your hair is blonde or what color is your hair?
Yeah, I'm a redhead, naturally red. Everybody always thinks I dyes it, but I just gotta.
All right, so let's get that out of the way now. So it is red hair. Okay.
Yeah, it gets some blonde streaks in it sometimes when I'm out.
It does. A little too much sun sometimes. But you know what? It's been an awful lot of fun just talking to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you compete at the collegiate ranks. He is NCAA bound for sure, Division I, Iowa State, and he'll get through his senior year. He's got one more year of wrestling to go through, and I got to believe he's looking to improve on that record. I think last year went 45-1. Fair or not?
Yeah, I think counting the finals, might have been 46 when I could be wrong there, but yeah, it's right there.
All right, we'll give you that one, dude. I mean, anybody can get that many wins. Yeah. I'll give him as many as he wants. That's outstanding, man. Hey, keep up with the schoolwork. Don't let those numbers slip. Keep working hard, okay?
All right, thank you, sir. I appreciate your time.
Hey, it's a great opportunity to talk to Jesse Doyle. For all of us at Takedown Wrestling, I'm Scott Casper, wishing you and yours the best. Thanks for listening to this very special interview.